deep breath. I am so confident and so comfortable on camera. Maybe I should preface this and say I'm sorry in advance if I make any awkwardness, cringe moments, maybe a joke or a note that doesn't hit. I'm not as comfortable on camera as I wish I would be by now. I think that's because like a lot of the time I get in my head about I don't know, just people seeing me. And I know that when I vent to the camera, knowing that it's not gonna go anywhere, it's not gonna ever be put up anywhere, I'm super loose, I'm super like myself. And then when I record and I know that it's gonna have to face an audience who could just hate it and hate me, that makes me kind of nervous, I guess. I feel like I have to perform, and that like pressure of performing, or of at least like making things a ton more interesting than they are, just gets me nervous. It just gets me really in my head, and I'm trying to make like the most entertaining video that I can, and it's just not that. Life's a lot of like the boring middle that usually gets cut out of movies, but I think that middle part is what a lot of people would call authenticity. And if YouTube is supposed to be anything, it's supposed to be authentic. So now that that's out of the way, let me tell you a little bit about my master plan, this huge scheme, this big plot I've got brewing in my head a long time ago, like I think 2021. I had an idea for a YouTube channel that was supposed to be 180 days of me losing weight, being healthy, exercising, all of these great things that I called the Complete 180. Some things about the Complete 180 that make them unique from other traditional like challenges and whatever would be like you count down from 180, and I'm not going to do that this time because I think that that's like confusing for people, especially if they don't see the first one, and I don't want to have to re-explain every time like I know I say I'm on day 160 but I'm only 20 days into this because we're counting backwards. Like that doesn't matter. Like for video's sake, I'm just going to count normally, but like the bigger part of it is that if you mess up, you keep going. Like there is no pause, there's no stop, there's no restart. That's like the only strict rule, is you cannot restart. You cannot start over from day one. You are not allowed to. And that's not because you're supposed to do 180 days straight perfectly. No, like the point of it is that you cannot do 180 days perfectly. So when you inevitably mess up, it forces you to keep going, and it teaches you resiliency. It teaches you follow through. It teaches you that you make your mistake and you get right back up. Like that's the whole message of it. And that is what I would like to do. I think that I need a big message like that. I think I need a big lesson like that, because that was something that I mentally took into my first weight loss journey that was so successful. It was the longest I had ever gone tracking calories on my app. It was like the best run I've ever had, the most weight I've ever lost. Like back then, mwah, chef's kiss. Like it was just perfect, okay? And then this time around, like I'm doing a lot better. Don't get me wrong, like I am getting more practice in with messing up and moving on. It's getting better than what it was, but like I really had almost lost all hope that I would ever even successfully do this ever again, because of I just kept messing up. And it's like, you mess up. You're not a mess up, but you do mess up. And that's part of the story. That's part of everyone's story. Like I'm going to make a much better, a much neater video about this soon, about forgiving yourself, but like before and after photos, they weren't taken minutes apart, and it's not like someone was 1,000% perfect, you know, cover girl, diet angel that entire year plus that it might have taken them to get to the after. So there is no such thing as a perfect weight loss journey. Like if there's anything that I cannot promise you, I cannot promise you that every single day I'm gonna be like dotting my I's, crossing my T's, perfect, like to the point, to the calorie, to the macronutrient gram on my scale. Like, it's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. And it's unrealistic to go into it with those kind of expectations. And that's not what I'm interested in showing, because to be honest, like, people don't have the opportunity to like quit the entire rest of their lives and put themselves in this perfect lifestyle weight loss journey bubble where nothing ever affects them, nothing ever affects their journey. Like, that's just not realistic. That's just not authentic, okay? And what is YouTube for? It is for anybody. Anyone can upload, anyone can do anything on here, as long as you're authentic, as long as you show the messy middle, even the boring middle, even the like, I almost want to quit, or like, I feel like I'm quitting and I don't think I'm going to come back to it, but then you do. You know, that's the key, is that you do. That's what YouTube is for. Like, I don't know. This is just me freestyling right now. Usually I have bullet points written out, but I didn't do that today. And when I think about this journey, if I approach it the same way that I've approached the best experiences I've ever had in writing, I always wrote my stories to completion before I ever showed anybody them. And that was a lot more fun to me. That helped me be like a little bit perfectionist at the end. I don't know for certain if that's going to be the approach that I take, because I think chances are, like currently 50-50, that I either upload this like as soon as tonight, or I hoard it with the other like years worth of footage that I have that I just recorded and never uploaded. So I don't know, one of those two things will happen. Maybe tonight, maybe in 6 months. And I guess I should explain like the reason why today is unique. The reason why I bothered to get out my camera, sit down on my living room floor, find decent enough lighting and start filming this is because I don't know 1,000% what I can attribute it to, if it's even one thing on its own, but I just feel very, very strongly today, and as of maybe the last few days, that like, how do I say this? That I need to get out of my own way. Like, I feel very fed up with how I have lived my life up to very recent. I'm very ambitious secretly. Like, I don't share it a lot. Sometimes I don't even pursue it because I have such high goals and such high ambitions that it's like the likelihood of that ever actually coming to fruition, ever really happening, is so slim to none that like it's almost embarrassing to talk about what I really want, because you say it and then it's like everyone in the room and their mother knows that like that's most likely not going to be what happens. Like, I'm most likely gonna flop and fall flat on my face, and now everyone can see it too, and that's like embarrassing. And that's why I get shy about what I really want, because it's like, I don't want to sound cocky, I don't want to sound conceited, but I feel that if I swear there's like a tweet about this somewhere, but it's like, if you guys just gave me 6 months and therapy and medication and, you know, this, that, and the other, then I would be completely unrecognizable and it would be all over for the rest of you, or like however that tweet goes. Like, secretly, that is what I want. Like, I really would, like, it's not that I don't want to be myself. It's not that I don't love Sarah, because I do and because I care, but it's like, I care enough about myself and I love myself enough that like I need to change, and I want to change, and I want to be like ideal, better, best Sarah. Like that's, and it's such small little details of my life that I'd like to change that like I hate how high effort it is for me to do it, but I feel like other people can do it effortlessly. But maybe that's a lie. Maybe they have to try just as hard, if not harder. You just can't see it because they don't show the messy middle. They don't show the transformation side of it, the boring part of it, the like hard like doubt that you go through getting there. But like things like me even being tidy, things like me wanting to like just clean more and be cleaner and be more proactive in meal plan and meal prep. Like I can't even explain. I really want to be a different me is the point I'm getting at, to pull myself back in from that tangent. I don't know where I was going, but I just want to be a better me. I want to be a different me. I want to be like Sarah 4.0. Because there are things that I don't have to wait for. Like there is a physical transformation to it, but like I said, with like cleanliness, organization, proactiveness, resiliency, all of these are character traits that I don't have to wait 6 months for. These are muscles that I can start working now, things that I can start practicing as soon as like the second I turn off the camera. I could go for it. I could do it. And that's the thing. That's the ambitious side of me that's like, you guys don't even, I don't know if I should say this. I don't know if I should say this because I think it sounds like inflated ego, and that makes me shy away from saying a statement like that. But like, I really do think that I could be someone great, and I think I could be a great creator. I think I could be a great channel, a great YouTuber, but I get clammy on camera. I get shy about what I really want. I think I hold myself back. I think I hold myself back more than anyone else or anything ever could. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. I guess what I'm learning is I need to loosen up a lot more on camera. I need to be a lot more, not that anything I've done has been a lie, to be clear, to be crystal clear. It's still Sarah, it's just a nervous, I want everyone to like me Sarah. But people even unsubscribe from her. Like people even leave her when she's being as sweet as can be, like, and maybe I didn't even do anything wrong. I just want to be more authentic, and that's tricky for me because I'm on a camera, and it's like, how are you supposed to be your truest, most authentic self if you're still in front of people? And I guess that's the key there, is you have to get comfortable being in front of people, and then your authentic self will come out in front of the world. I am more nervous than I was last time. I don't even know if that's necessary to even say at this point. You can just probably assume by default. Anytime I'm on camera, I'm a little bit nervous. What would y'all think about daily vlogs? Not necessarily daily uploads, just because I don't know if, I don't know if I can commit to like actually editing through all of my footage that I collect in a day and having it uploaded by like 11 p.m. every night on the dot. Like, okay, life gets a little bit weirder than that, and things can come up, things can happen. Some days I might have vlogs where it's literally like 4 minutes of footage, like it's barely anything, it's barely a full video. And then other days I might be very long-winded and I might have like a lot to say, and it ends up being like 20 to 30 minutes depending on what all I do that day. So sometimes I might have like vlogs that get uploaded that are like 3 days because they were all short, and then other times I might have an upload that's just like 1 day because I wouldn't shut up. I know I don't like technically need anyone's permission to do this, but like at the same time, I just kind of want to be conscious of what my community, what my subscribers are wanting from me, just because I know that my most popular videos have been sit down style like this, where I'm talking about like one specific topic, or I'm talking at length about, you know, forgiving yourself, or why I gained weight, why I want to lose weight, the game that I created to make weight loss fun. I know that those videos performed the best, and I get a little bit like in my head thinking that's the only kind of content the people who subscribe from those videos want to see. So it makes me really, really nervous to put out a vlog, like terrified, because I don't want to throw something out that's going to seem like so irrelevant or just not what you wanted to see. And then I end up losing people. But I've already lost people, and I can't always please everybody. Of course, I can't even do that with myself, with my own content, because there's some things that I put out there that I feel like were really well edited. I put in a lot of effort, and then I rewatch it later and I'm like, ugh. But then there are other things that I'm like a lot more proud of. So, I mean, I don't even please myself 100% of the time, honestly, with the quality that I do. I think that I'm very, I don't know. It's hard. It's especially hard for me to judge because I'm the one making it. So it's like, how am I supposed to know, like, at the end of this, if this is going to be really good or bad? Because I'm either going to be too critical or I might be too congratulatory. And either way, I'm just really biased. But I want to do a good job, and I want to have a good channel for you guys, and I want this to be like what you subscribe for, essentially. I don't know how long this will last. I don't know if I'm going to stick with this format forever. To be clear though, something I just realized, because I'm talking about daily vlogs as if like that's all I'll be doing, but no, I do still want to do weight loss topics. I still want to do weight loss motivation. Like, you guys don't even know. I have a whole Google Doc packed, like jam-packed with like probably hundreds at this point, hundreds of different video titles and ideas. Like, I have been compiling this document for literal years. Like, I've wanted to do this for a long time, and I'm finally following through on it. And although it's probably never going to be like the peak quality that I wish I could do, because I'm not a video editor and I'm not a cinematographer, and I'm still nervous on camera, at least it's a start. At least it exists in the real world, and I rather would put something out that's imperfect and flawed than have a perfect video idea that only will ever exist in my head because I'm too afraid to actually put myself out there. You know what I mean? I guess here goes day one.